Hey guys, how's it going? Today I kind of just thought I would do a little short recording because thoughts I've been having and, things I've been thinking about along with a little bit of interactions I've had. Um, yeah, so basically people just don't care. I mean, like, doesn't really matter what you do. People don't really care to pay attention or to think about it long term. I could chat with someone online, say one thing, and then they just like have no interest in it at all. And I'm like, oh, well, it's because I don't know the person. But then, like in real life, you talk to most people, even friends, like sometimes family as well. You'll find out people just like don't really care to give that much depth of investment towards what you say or what you think. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Like obviously, if you divulge your mind on that too often, it'll lead you to think, oh, well, people just don't want to be around me or something like that. Make you a lonely person. There's nothing wrong with being alone, but when you lead into loneliness rather than like solitude, that's when it becomes an issue. But like, yeah, people just don't care. Honestly, just do whatever you want, say whatever you want. I'm not saying like intentionally hurt people or like be hateful or mean, but like I don't want to say be you because everyone's always like, oh, just be yourself. And magically that's going to fix everything. Uh, no, actually, being yourself sometimes is the worst thing you can do because even though being yourself is comfortable, um, you know yourself the best and you know better than others that sometimes yourself is like not how you should be within life. You shouldn't act as the person that you are. You have a set personality and like a set way that you think about things, sure, but like that shouldn't always be applied in everyday life in every situation. So sometimes you really need to, I don't want to say put on a mask because as someone who has been put on masks for like forever and is trying to get rid of the masks, it's not an encouraging thing to think, but like you actually do need to act and be able to just like appear as someone who is better than the current you more often than you would like to think. Like admit it to yourself. You're not that stellar of a person. You could always be better at most things. There's always people that are better than you in many regards. That's just like the truth of life. There's always people better, there's always people worse. But you need to accept that and understand that in order to not only be honest with yourself and help you rationalize, you know, your position in life, but also to conceptualize what your actual value is. As a guy, it's very easy to think, oh, my value or my worth only comes from being useful to people. Unfortunately, that is like the case most of the time. If I'm not able to do this for this person, or if I'm not able to do that, if I can't say these things, I have negative value or zero value. And if you dwell on that too long, which you probably guess that I have because I'm saying that, it becomes really hurtful, like mentally, and it doesn't do you any good. It'll just lead you into this regression, and then you do stuff that hurts you mentally, or like you withdraw and you don't, I guess, try to better your life because you're like, oh, well, if I only do things because it makes other people happy, or because they like me when I do things, then I won't do things and I'll be alone. Sometimes that's okay because like in reality you don't need to be doing things all the time. Like there's this whole self-improvement mindset. Like sure, be a better human, like be more virtuous, be more disciplined. Stop feeding into all your vices. Stop being like destructive and like just awful. Uh, corrupt morally. But at the same time, if you kind of just do nothing, sometimes that is more helpful than trying to do things. I kind of suffer from like a mild burnout, and it's been like this for a while. Um, some people can recognize it, others don't. I didn't recognize it. I had to figure that out. But when you try to get so involved in the idea that, oh, I need to be able to do these things, or I need to make myself appear better, or, have all these skills or these qualities or all these fun hobbies so that people will like me, or then I'll have something to talk about. Just stop it. Like, you're not you, or people don't attract to you simply because, oh, wow, he can, let's say, shoot a bow, or oh wow, he can build a table, or this guy knows how to fix a car, or oh, look at this person, he traveled to this country, or he met with these people, he did that thing. People who are genuine people, like people who don't live in the superficial, morally bankrupt world, aren't gonna be around you because of those things. They'll be able to discern your quality of character, and that will be enough. So don't wear a mask. Take your mask off. Don't be a people pleaser. Don't aim to just always be doing something, because overstimulation can, be extremely negative too. It will ruin like your brain, and like how it conceptualizes achieving things, and like I guess serotonin when that gets used, dopamine when that gets used, cortisol, all that stuff, how that stuff will be used based on, oh, I achieved this, or I didn't achieve that, or oh, I have this deadline, or I don't have a deadline, or oh, I feel good because I did that. Yeah, basically, stop wearing masks, take off your masks as reasonably as you can. Uh, Stop being morally bankrupt. Do the things that you know you should be. Me, myself, and I, discipline yourself. Stop acting like everything revolves around you, but also nothing revolves around you. You're not a piece outside of everything, but you're not also the center of everything. Everything you do affects others, and yet, at the same time, your actions are not so impactful upon the world as like a singular person. Take a step back, understand your own value, your own worth, even if you think it's very minute, even if you think you have none, that's fine. You know, how much do we value or put value into a river, or a tree, or a trail to walk? The average person probably thinks almost nothing about it. Oh, well, those are there, those exist. The basic things in life we often overlook simply because in this high tech, instant gratification world, all the simple and less entertaining things seem to be written off. But life is not made for entertainment. You're not meant to be endlessly stuck in having bread and circus. Pick up your sword, your golden sword, and your iron sword. The golden being a spiritual one, and the iron being a worldly one. Because you need to have both in order to be the you you're meant to be. Yeah, that's about it. Um, I was initially going to talk about like mental issues I've been having recently, but I kind of think that's like social suicide for a guy to talk about his issues. So I kind of just did a lighter version of that, which I thought other people could relate to. So I know it's been a while, and I know this is a completely different style of video than what I've been doing. Um, I was super sick for like the past 2 weeks. Like I'm still kind of sick. I constantly have phlegm. Um, I don't understand why, but yeah, still kind of recovering from that. And then I was like super tired, like physically and mentally. So I kind of was recovering from that for a bit too. But now that I'm less sick, I think that has faded away as well. So yeah, thanks for, I guess, listening to my spiel today. All right, bye.